I'm Sal, recovering alcoholic and addict. My life was pretty manageable starting at the age of about 17, I'll say. I took my first drink at 14, but towards high school and after my first surgery, my rotator cuff surgery, I indulged into some opiates, and it took me on a course that I wouldn't wish anybody. The addict and drug alcoholic life, it took on its own beast, and it made me a person that I never thought I would be. From that 10-year-old mindset of happy, joyous, and free turned into somebody of a miserable state of mind for a long time. And as I got older, I never thought I had a problem. My ego was very high in that aspect, and I decided to go to treatment and more treatment, and not knowing what was actually happening, to me. I thought I still always got it, and thinking that I just needed a break from life, and didn't really seek the therapy and treatment I actually needed. I got to a point where I finally had a job for 18 years in a union from New York City, and kind of destroyed a lot of things. Destroyed that job, destroyed a lot of relationships. I had to lose that job. I had to basically lose everything possible that I actually made in my life, that I thought success was, with this money and lifestyle that I came to realize that it's not that anymore for me. But I started, my gift of desperation was basically the last moment when I decided to come to Evolutions was, on my basement floor, in my own pee and bile, and my son pushing me to play, and I could not move. I could not do that. At that moment, I knew I had to change and do something different. I had to make that phone call that many of us do not want to make. If you've been through treatment and relapsed multiple times, it's very hard to make that call. But I had that gift of desperation finally to make that call and come to a place like Evolutions. Not knowing anything about it, and not knowing this is going to be my last treatment facility that I would go into. But it was a great experience for me, I'll tell you that much. Come in a broken soul and walk out of here as a new individual was a huge accomplishment for me, and my family actually too. Evolutions gave me the tools I need to move forward in my life, and it's not about drinking or using drugs. It's about me and the person I became, and to get out of that. That was the deal. I had no clue about that because I didn't know who I was. And Evolutions, through therapy and through the fellowship of everybody here, also you get to learn a lot of people and learn a lot of things, and opens your mind to a lot of different concepts of life and how people interact with each other. That helped me out too, actually, a lot. Just being in all the treatment steps. I stood in through detox, through residential, through PHP, through IOP, to the sober living. The tools and the foundation I laid at Evolutions to build this house that I'm actually building today, which is the house of life. I had to start on a concrete foundation, which I founded here in Evolutions Treatment Center. I work a 12-step program, and I sponsor a ton of guys, and I also work at Evolutions now, and I speak to a lot of clients one-on-one, and it's just a way to, I give back, because somebody was there for me at that moment, and that's how I look at it every time I walk into this treatment center, and I give back that way. Life, doing those things gives me a life that I never dreamed I would actually have. I always labeled life as success, money, houses, cars, and it's not about that for me today. It's about helping people.